why are they even making an extended cut? It's not like they're going to give me more scenes. If they did, that would be so wizard, though. That'd be fun now, wouldn't it? I wish Harley was here. Actually, no, wait. I don't wish she was here. She's so annoying. She's always just watching, and it's just so crazy. Blah, 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 blah.
Mr. J?
Aw, rats.
Mr. J, Mr. J, have you seen the extended cut of our movie, Mr. J? They gave us more scenes.
Do I get more minutes in this movie?
Yes, Mr. J, you get 2 more minutes.
That's wonderful.
Hey, look, they released the extended cut of the movie. You know, the one that's only 10 minutes longer and it's still PG-13 and they should have just released it in theaters. Huh. Suicide Squad, the extended cut has finally arrived. I saw this movie last night. I finished it around 2:40 a.m. and I didn't review it because everybody's sleeping and I wanted to review it at the same time. So now I'm in front of a camera and now I'm ready to talk about this version of the film. So after the film was released, I did a review of it. A lot of people saw it. A lot of you liked it. Thank you very much for watching that. I'll put a link to that video at the end of this video. And while talking about the flaws in the film, I mentioned things like I thought there was a lot of footage that was cut. I thought that the villain's performance was not very good. Her story wasn't intriguing. The villain itself was not that good. And the third act was very messy. These were 3 major flaws I had with the movie as a whole. And David Ayer came out with a statement saying that this was going to be the definitive version, that we were not going to get an extended cut. However, people asked and asked for an extended cut, and many people were very upset with the fact that Jared Leto did not get enough screen time as the Joker. The 11 extra minutes in this film are basically Harley. They're not Harley and Joker. They're Harley. There are scenes with the Joker which are added in. There are a couple of great moments with the Joker in this version that were not there in the previous version, which I feel like if they'd added in, while they were minor little tidbits, were good minor tidbits. There were moments that helped enhance the character and helped enhance their emotions that were going through them at the point in time. And while Jared Leto gets 2-3 extra minutes in this version, it's a good 2-3 minutes. I mean, it's still very limited and it's still going to upset a lot of people, but there are good moments in the film. Now let's talk a little bit more about Harley's add-ins into this film. There's a lot of scenes where she's talking with the squad, where she's getting to know the characters. These are actually genuinely good scenes. Why? Because they're funny, they're entertaining, they're actually interesting, and they're actually important because you get to know more about the characters in these scenes. Yes, they are brief character building moments, but there's definitely more in these scenes and these tiny moments than they were in the original film. In this version, you also get a very nice moment with Katana when she's talking to Harley about hiding in the darkness. I thought that was really nice. It was a short moment, but it was definitely a moment where you could reflect on her character and you felt the emotion which was in Katana's voice. And while these little tidbits make up only about 11 minutes of time, they are good 11 minutes, and they do help the movie in some ways. Do they help the movie the whole way? Not really. In terms of pros and cons, it's still the same, but it does get rid of one con I had, which is that it fills out the film, so it doesn't feel like there's a lot of stuff missing from it. I still feel like there are scenes which we're not getting, and I don't think we're ever going to get those scenes properly, but as a whole, some of the scenes which are added in this version do feel better than the last version in the theater. That said, most of the flaws I had with the original version are still here. I still think the third act is messy and it's not coming together in the most cohesive manner, and I feel like it kind of just explodes in the last 20-25 minutes, which isn't exactly the best way to go. And I still feel like Enchantress is not a very good villain, and I still felt like she was tacked on, and then she wasn't very memorable at the end of the film. So before I put a capstone on this movie, I'm gonna address something. Do I think it's a good movie now? Do I think it's a movie that is up there with really good superhero films? No, it's not. Do I really like this movie now? No, I don't. Do I think it's a movie that I'm gonna watch on a Saturday afternoon with friends and have a ton of popcorn with? Absolutely. This is a fun, awesome film. But a fun, awesome film doesn't always equal a good movie. This is a fun, awesome movie on its own. And on that entertainment value, it definitely succeeds. But as a film, there are still a lot of things to work out. There's a lot of things to change. There's a lot of stuff that can be improved. So in the end, I don't exactly like the film, but I do enjoy this version a little bit more than I enjoyed the theatrical version. And while I will give it a rating boost, it's not the biggest boost of all. I'm gonna give Suicide Squad the extended cut a 7.5 out of 10. Will this sway as many people as Batman v Superman's Ultimate Edition did? Probably not. I think this is basically the wake-up call for Warner Brothers. They have to realize that extended cuts are not always the way to go. There are times where you just have to release the original movie on screen, and it wasn't like there was anything in this version that was particularly unsettling or particularly crazy for audiences in general. This was still PG-13. This was just 10, 11 extra minutes that actually weren't the worst. I expected it to completely fail, but it actually did fix one problem I had with the film. I did walk out with a slightly more satisfied feeling with this version than I walked out with the theatrical version. But you can't always do that. I'm hoping that with the next releases, with movies like Wonder Woman and Justice League, they release the entire movie and not give us installments and not give us an extended cut, because sometimes that works and sometimes it just becomes a gimmick that shouldn't always happen. So guys, Suicide Squad extended cut, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know. I'll have some more reviews out very soon. My review for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them will be Thursday night. You guys are the best. Thank you so much as always for watching, and I will see you guys later.